Imagine a future where every action you take, every decision you make, is influenced not by yourself, but by an invisible force, an intelligence operating behind the scenes. This isn't science fiction. That future is already taking shape, and its name is artificial intelligence. Every day, AI is seeping deeper into our lives, silently and efficiently, often without us even noticing. But what will the true impact of this technology be? Are we prepared to live in a world where AI controls or at least influences every aspect of our lives? Let's take a moment to consider how deeply AI is already embedded in our daily routines. Most of us interact with artificial intelligence systems regularly, whether through the algorithms recommending movies, music, and even products, or the virtual assistants that answer questions and perform simple tasks for us. But that's just the beginning. Um, the real AI revolution is not just about making our lives more convenient. What lies ahead could completely redefine how we live, work, and relate to each other. A fascinating example of how AI is reshaping the world is machine learning, which allows machines to not only follow programmed commands, but also to learn and adapt on their own. This means the more data these machines process, the smarter they become. And this intelligence isn't limited to complex calculations or data analysis. We already have AI capable of making predictions based on human behavioral patterns. This includes predicting purchasing behaviors, forecasting economic trends, and soon, perhaps even predicting our emotions before we ourselves realize them. This predictive power raises a host of ethical questions. How far are we willing to let machines intrude into our lives? What about AI's impact on privacy, for example? Today, our data is the most valuable commodity for large corporations, and AI is the tool that allows this data to be turned into profit. Every click, every online search, every social media interaction is being collected and processed by AI systems to understand us better than we understand ourselves. What does it mean to live in a world where machines know more about us than we do? This invasion of privacy is largely accepted in exchange for convenience. Often, we don't even stop to think about how much we're giving up when using free internet services. After all, it seems like a fair trade. We provide our data, and in return, we get personalized and convenient services. But as AI advances, this trade-off could become much more unequal. In the future, AI systems could manipulate not only what we buy or watch, but also how we think and even how we feel. This scenario may seem scary, but it's not as far off as it seems. Let's dive deeper into this thought. What would happen if machines one day not only predicted our decisions, but started making those decisions for us? In some ways, that's already happening. AI is already being used in financial systems to decide where to invest and when. In some countries, algorithms determine who gets loans or even who gets arrested based on risk assessments. If machines are making these critical decisions, how will that affect our autonomy? But AI doesn't stop there. The impact of this technology extends to practically every aspect of human life. In education, for instance, there are already AI systems that personalize learning according to each student's needs and abilities. That seems like an incredible innovation, right? At the same time, it also raises questions. If machines take on the role of educators, what happens to the human component of education? Learning isn't just about absorbing information, it's also about building character, developing social skills, and inspiring innovation. Will machines be able to replace the empathy, inspiration, and connection that teachers provide? And what about medicine? Artificial intelligence is already being used to diagnose diseases more quickly and accurately than human doctors. In many cases, AI is already saving lives by identifying patterns in medical tests that even the most qualified specialists miss. This is an incredible advance, but it raises a vital question. How will we feel when machines start making life or death medical decisions for us? If we rely too much on automated systems, who will be responsible when things go wrong? We've already seen cases where AI has failed catastrophically. For example, automated vehicle systems involved in accidents, algorithms discriminating against certain groups based on biased data, or even security systems making the wrong decisions in critical contexts. All these examples show us that no matter how advanced AI is, it is far from infallible. As machines begin to play a larger role in our lives, the question isn't just how can we benefit from them, but also how can we ensure these technologies are fair, safe, and transparent. Another crucial issue is the impact of AI on the job market. In recent years, there has been a significant increase in the number of jobs being automated, from manual tasks to more complex functions like customer service and even report writing. Automation driven by AI is already replacing thousands of jobs, and this trend will only continue as technology advances. Machines are beginning to take over roles that were once exclusively human, forcing many workers to reinvent themselves to stay relevant in the job market. But it's not just low-skilled jobs that are being threatened. Roles requiring high levels of specialization, such as lawyers, accountants, and even doctors, could be affected by AI automation. Imagine a future where AI systems can analyze complex legal contracts in minutes, while a human lawyer would take days. Or where machines perform medical diagnoses in seconds, based on an amount of data no human doctor could ever process. We're heading toward a future where machines not only complement human work, but often outperform it. So, what will the job market look like in the future? Many experts believe AI won't eliminate jobs, but will transform the type of work we do. Repetitive and predictable tasks will be automated, while jobs requiring creativity, empathy, and social skills will continue to be dominated by humans. However, this raises another question. Are we preparing our workforce for this transition? Are we educating future generations for a world where technical skills may not be enough? Adapting to this new scenario will require a complete overhaul of how we approach education and professional training. If we think about it, AI is also transforming our social relationships. Today, much of our interactions happen online, mediated by algorithms that shape what we see, how we connect with others, and even how we form our opinions. Social media is a clear example of this. The algorithms on these platforms are designed to keep us engaged for as long as possible, showing content that aligns with our preferences, but also limiting our exposure to divergent ideas. This creates information bubbles, where we only see what we already agree with, which can further polarize our opinions and divide society. Additionally, with the rise of virtual assistants and chatbots, more and more of our everyday interactions are becoming automated. Instead of talking to a human, we're interacting with machines programmed to respond to our needs. This may seem convenient, but it also distances us from human connection. As we rely more on AI to manage our social interactions, we risk losing the empathy, understanding, and emotional complexity that only human relationships can offer. And AI's influence doesn't stop there. Artificial intelligence is also starting to shape major political and economic decisions. In various parts of the world, governments and companies are using AI to process large volumes of data and make complex decisions in areas like public policy, economics, and national security. This raises a series of questions. How much are we willing to let machines decide the future of our societies? If we rely too much on AI to make critical decisions, how do we ensure those decisions are fair and equitable? AI can process information quickly, but it lacks the ability to understand the emotional and contextual nuances that are often necessary to make good decisions. We are moving toward a world where AI will be the foundation of almost all our activities, from the simplest interactions to the most complex ones. But as we move forward, we need to pause and reflect. Are we ready for this future? Are we prepared to live in a world where machines not only assist us, but shape who we are, what we do, and how we think? If you want to continue this journey and understand more deeply how AI is shaping our world, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. What we've discussed here is just the beginning. The AI revolution is in full swing, and it's up to us to understand how it will transform our society, our lives, and even what it means to be human.